He has decided some of the area's most high-profile discipline cases for fired officers, deputies, and firefighters. But tonight, this arbitrator's own background is under scrutiny after public records show he intended to defraud creditors while filing for bankruptcy. KSAT Investigates Dylan Collier examines the potential fallout.
After San Antonio police officer Matthew Luckhurst was fired twice for separate incidents involving feces, including the disturbing allegation that he gave a poop sandwich to a homeless man, it was arbitrator Thomas Cipolla who ultimately kept Luckhurst from ever returning to SAPD. In June 2020, Cipolla ruled that one of Luckhurst's indefinite suspensions should remain in place. Luckhurst defecated in a bike patrol toilet and then spread a brown substance on the seat, leaving the mess for a female officer to find. Cipolla called the prank revolting, disgusting, and demeaning in his award that allowed the termination to stand.
We're going in. Tear gas and all.
A little over a year later, Cipolla was chosen to oversee the case of fired Bexar County Sheriff's Lieutenant Roxanne Mathai. She attended a rally for President Donald Trump that infamously evolved into the Capitol insurrection. Although Mathai never went inside the Capitol building and was not accused of criminal wrongdoing by any law enforcement agency, Cipolla upheld her termination in late 2021, noting that she should have known she was observing illegal activity and had violated department rules by not reporting what she had seen. Mathai hit the county and Sheriff Javier Salazar with a federal civil rights lawsuit last December in an effort to be reinstated. In a response filed in the case in March, Mathai's attorney, Mark Anthony Sanchez, now contends that Cipolla should have never been chosen for her arbitration hearing.
I discovered evidence that with respect to Mr. Cipolla, there were at least 3 federal courts that admonished him for engaging in a pattern of fraudulent behavior and being less than candid with the court in his representations.
Cipolla, an Austin-based attorney, filed for personal bankruptcy in 2009 after accruing hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Records show years earlier, Cipolla had borrowed against this home in St. Louis when buying this condo near the shores of South Padre Island, meaning he could no longer protect the asset if he filed for bankruptcy. Although Cipolla contended the condo was exempt from his creditors under Texas law, multiple courts saw it differently. A bankruptcy court found him not credible, and as a licensed attorney in both Texas and Missouri, he must have known the implications of those states' homestead exemption laws. Cipolla appealed multiple times. And although a judge later ruled it was unfair to assume Cipolla had knowledge of bankruptcy and homestead laws, the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit concluded there was sufficient circumstantial evidence to support the finding that Cipolla had acted with the intent to defraud.
Mr. Cipolla engaged in a pattern of profligate spending. He was up to his eyeballs in debt. And I think the courts looked at some of his statements and some of his filings and found that he was motivated by a desire to defraud creditors and avoid some of the consequences of his financial irresponsibility. So the lingering questions that I see are, was Mr. Cipolla making a decision based on an objective review of the record, or was he motivated by greed or desperation to rule for the county in order to maintain his standing as an arbitrator and receive additional appointments?
In a phone call with KSAT, Cipolla called it an honest mistake and that he did not intentionally try and shield the condo from his creditors, adding that he eventually had to sell the property to help satisfy his debts. Mathai's union attorney, Morris Munoz, told us he never would have signed off on Cipolla hearing her discipline case if he had known about the arbitrator's past financial problems.
I mean, that's a pretty serious, situation that, he calls for himself.
And Mathai's federal suit is still in the discovery stage. The judge last week denied a motion from Bexar County to dismiss it. Back to you.
Now, Dylan, let's go all the way back here, because who provides the arbitrators whenever a police officer or sheriff's deputy is fired and they want to fight that punishment?
Stephanie, those arbitrators for both San Antonio and Bexar County civil service appeals are provided by the American Arbitration Association, or AAA. AAA did not respond to multiple requests for comment on whether Cipolla will be included on the city's list moving forward for future arbitration hearings.
And Dylan, what about Bexar County cases now?
Well, Cipolla himself told us that he is still scheduled to be the arbitrator for upcoming Bexar County discipline cases. A Bexar County official says Cipolla is no longer on the panel of agreed-upon arbitrators, so they're now trying to determine if that is appropriate since he's not on the official list.
So let's talk about Cipolla. What did he have to say about all this?
Well, Stephanie, he did not want to be quoted directly for this story. He was afraid about being subpoenaed in this federal lawsuit. But when asked whether his past issues impact his ability to be impartial, he said, quote, absolutely not. It is worth noting that we could find no record that he was implicated in any professional misconduct or subject to any professional discipline in connection with this 2009 bankruptcy case.
Dylan Collier, thank you so much for that.
Interesting case. Appreciate it. You know, he'll stay on top of that. We'll be right back.
So, David, I know why you're so happy today, because you know what it is?
What?
Okay, it is the unofficial start to the summer travel season, and forecasters are predicting near record travel for this Memorial Day weekend.
I'm pumped. Karen Kaifa has tips and tricks to take on the traffic and get the most range out of your vehicle as you head off to your destination.
From backyards to beaches.
The roads are going to be very crowded.
AAA is expecting this to be the third busiest Memorial Day weekend since it started crunching holiday travel stats back in 2000, as Americans kick their summer vacations into high gear.
We are projecting about 37 million people are going to be going by car for this Memorial Day travel period.
A key factor driving people to car travel, lower gas prices compared to last year.
Right now, we're hovering in the $3.50, $3.55 range for gasoline prices for the national average. So that's very advantageous for people who are going to be going by car this year.
And if you've gone electric, there are some key benefits to road tripping with your EV.
They're quiet, they're fun to drive. You tend to have a lot more space for people and things.
Although most electric cars can travel over 200 miles when they are fully charged, there's power in planning.
Making sure that whatever app you use, either in your vehicle or on your phone, to tell you where charge points are, making sure that that's updated is really important.
No matter how your car is powered, you can best maximize your fuel economy by sticking to the speed limit and ensuring your tires are properly inflated. But even with cheaper gas or no gas at all, every road trip comes with headaches.
Just know that you will eventually get from point A to B. Just this year, since everybody has the same idea, it may take you a little longer.
An important reminder to keep your cool as summer travel heats up. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
All right, let's talk about the situation here.
Oh,
yes,
look
and
at
we
that.
know that, just beautiful blue skies. I mean, why would you want to go anywhere else this weekend? It's going to be nice here. 83 degrees out there right now. Our Adam Caskey is joining us now. All right, so tell us about that.
Well, I would say I would go somewhere else if it included the opportunity to go fishing.
This is true. Okay, I get that.
So, you said that, I was like, hold on, I got one.
San Antonio. What do you
Me
need?
too,
Come on.
but I prefer the salt. Anyway.
Okay, well, that's not far down the road.
No, it's not, exactly. That's the beauty of it.
You know.
Yeah, but I will have your lake levels and your Guadalupe stream level, the stream flow.
I like
coming up
this.
in a bit. Stream flow. Stream flow, maybe I should do. Yeah. Anyway, 84 degrees right now, calm wind. By midnight, 73. 6 a.m., we're at 68 degrees. We talked about the lake levels coming up, the Guadalupe stream flow. If you're going tubing this weekend, we'll get you the latest on that. And of course, our newest thermometer winner in just a bit.
All right, welcome back. Just about 6:45 right now.
Adam's got his fishing pole. He's trying to figure out where he's going.
Yes.
Look at him. It's like it's over there in the corner.
I was just down at the coast for a few days.
Did you catch anything?
Oh, we did. We hit the trout. It was good. We had a good trout bite. We put in a lot of work, did a lot of wading, and it was a good time. It was a good time. My parents are in town. My dad was in town, so he came down there with us. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Took him fishing.
Good little getaway.
Yeah.
And we had a big old fish fry last night with a bunch of friends. It was awesome. I love it. Anyway, we'll get to our lake levels in a moment. I want to talk about our headlines. A bit below average temperatures. I know, it's not often that we say that around here, but our average high is 89, and we're going to be a little below that for at least the next 7 days, and quiet for a few more days. Then Memorial Day storm chances rise a bit. We'll get right into that right now. 0% chance for tomorrow and Saturday. Then by Sunday, a 20% chance. Monday, Memorial Day, that's our peak at 40%, generally in the afternoon to early evening. Some scattered or widely separated pop-up activity. Okay, area reservoir levels / lake levels. Canyon at 76% full. That's 12 feet below the conservation pool. Medina, despite the rain we've had, remember, Medina Lake Reservoir has a very small watershed. You need a lot of rain in a small portion of Bandera County in order for it to really help fill up Medina Lake Reservoir. That's at 5% full, 83 feet below the conservation pool. Notorious for huge swings, Medina. Choke, 33% full, that's 23 feet below. All of them below the conservation pool, including Buchanan at 16 feet. LBJ, a quarter of a foot. Yeah, really not. That's negligible for Lake LBJ. Guadalupe River, below average stream flow right now. At Comfort, it's 39 cubic feet per second. That's well below the average of 127. And even in New Braunfels, 79 cubic feet per second, where the average is 436. So you can tube and it's moving. It's just not as aggressive as usual. This is an interesting stat, and if you missed it the past couple of days, here it is. So far in 2023, 11.54 inches of rain. That's more than the entire 2022 of rainfall, more than an entire year last year, and we've done it already in May. That just says a lot about what we've had in terms of rainfall so far this year and lack of rain that we had last year. Here's our steering flow coming out of West Texas and the Panhandle. These indicate the direction that storms will move. And we're going to be seeing more pop-up thunderstorms, West Texas, Panhandle, New Mexico. And if any of them organize, then there's that off chance when we have this northwesterly steering flow, that off chance that some of them, or at least a few remnants, could survive, which is what happened west of town earlier today. Nothing significant, but we just got a few leftovers. Upper level high to our south. It'll be influencing us the next few days, but it will be replaced by a weak disturbance coming in off the Pacific. A little bit of a counterclockwise upper level swirl on Memorial Day. That's why we're boosting those storm chances for Memorial Day, because we'll have a little more upper level support, but not a whole lot of instability in other ingredients to really kickstart the activity. So right now it's not looking like anything very strong or severe. Of course, that can change. We'll keep you updated. 84 right now, dew point is 64. 88 Carrizo Springs, 77 in Rock Springs. New Braunfels now at 85 and 80 degrees even in Rio Medina. 68 in the morning for the low temperature. Then by the afternoon, we're at 87. A mixture of sun and clouds. Partly cloudy is a good way to put it. 85 in Comfort tomorrow. Nixon 88 and Pleasanton 87. And looking ahead into the weekend, we talked about those storm chances ramping up a little bit by Memorial Day, but notice those afternoon highs. I mean, mid 80s for Sunday and Memorial Day, and even on into the middle part of next week. Oh, here we go.
Therm.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so there's a lot to take in here. So even just with a friend the other day, and this is what I've noticed, this trend saying, oh, well, wherever you get these, wherever you get that, I don't get it. Everything is handmade.
That's what makes it
with
special.
These thermometers.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here's several hours of work down into 60 seconds from blowing the glass. And these are just the main steps. I don't have time to show you all the little sub steps to filling it with alcohol. This is the famous sock swing. That's the
my
best
favorite
way.
part right here.
You use centrifugal force to force the alcohol, 70% isopropyl, down the 0.5 millimeter diameter bore. You seal it, and then I calibrate it in 4 different temperature environments, compare it to a very good digital thermometer. Then from those calibration points, I make a scale, adjust the scale accordingly to each individual thermometer. Every thermometer has its own unique scale. I can't make 2 scales for 2 thermometers. They're separate. I can't just make one scale and say, hey, this is going to work. You make the thermometer, then you configure the scale, even stamp it on the metal, cut the metal, cut around it, and then the final step is to do the woodworking as well. I skipped the woodworking section, which takes a while, but even the little woodworking, because my friend was saying, hey, I noticed all those little bays there. They're a little different on this thermometer compared to that other thermometer. Well, that's because I hand cut them. You know, Santa Jim and I put in a lot of work for these. So anyway, every little part down to the woodworking is a lot of work. All right, we got a winner. Today's winner comes from Live Oak, and that's Ursula Castaneda of Live Oak. The Ursula, I just sent the email to you. Go to KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing. 100% homemade. One thing I don't do, laser engrave the logos. Okay, I don't have the capability yet.
Watch out.
Wow, man, that's some detailed stuff right
Smells good though after
How
the
long,
laser engraving.
if you're gonna put in like how many hours of labor?
I'd say like anywhere from 5 to 8, depending on the complexity.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, pretty cool.
And where do you do this?
At home and at work and everywhere.
Oh yeah, you hear them all the time with the sock swing. All right.
That's the best part.
We'll be right back.
Gotta dodge it though. Gotta watch. Shh, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Do you hear it? I don't hear
click,
it.
Click, click,
If you, see, that was this. It's the clinking of glasses today because it's National Wine Day. The drink made from fermented fruit has been a favorite for thousands of years.
Different types of grapes produce different kinds of wine. Winemakers then combine different wines to create more complex flavors. Whether it's red, white, rosé, just pour a glass of your favorite vino today to celebrate. It's National Wine Day. Enjoy.
Tomorrow, 87 in town, but closer to the Rio Grande, we're around 90 degrees. Del Rio, Eagle Pass, 90. Cotulla up to 94, but that's not really abnormal for this time of year. It's not overly warm. We're actually running a few degrees below average here in town. And then 87 on Saturday, Sunday and Memorial Day, 85 and 84 with slightly higher storm chances by Memorial Day.
All right, Adam, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us now. Have a lovely dinner, and we'll see you right back here on The Night Beat.